Myron Metcalf, ESPN.com. For both guys, obviously a lot of the stories focus on you two, but Quentin Ross, Shannon Scott, a number of other guys have helped this team. How important is the supporting cast for the Buckeyes in terms of what you all have accomplished thus far?
Deshaun, you want to start with that?
Yeah, it's important for those guys to come in and make big shots and score the ball real well. Guys question about who was that other scorer, but now guys stepping up and making big plays like Quentin Ross, Shannon Scott, and also Linzel and Sam. So it's good for the program and our team.
Yeah, it's been great to have multiple guys kind of come into the roles, and it's not always been scoring. It's not always been the most flashy of things, but it's been great. Everyone kind of really taking it to heart what they need to do for this team to be successful, whether it's Shannon coming off the bench, bringing us energy on the defensive end, Quentin coming in and making big shots. It's just been great for our team as a whole, and it's helped us to grow a lot, and hopefully we can continue to do that tomorrow.
Back row.
Rick Riley, ESPN. Do you find could you see how someone might see you as annoying?
I think you're asking you, Deshaun.
That's funny. I mean, not just basketball, anytime. Could you see how in basketball you might be annoying, or in real life, anything like that?
I know there's probably a couple people you could talk to back home that would say I'm pretty annoying outside of the basketball floor, but I think the way I play, I hope that's the way I'm kind of viewed. That's what I try to do to other people, and I know in practice when Shannon does it to me, I think he's pretty annoying as well. So it helps out, anything I can do to make them think about other things than their game plan or anything like that. They can think as bad as they want about me, as long as they're not thinking about what they should be doing.
Any further questions? Right over here.
Ryan Ricker, KVUA in Tucson. For both of you guys, what team that you played this year would you liken Arizona to?
Aaron, you want to start?
It's always very tough to compare one team to another. I think they're going to play very physical, and I think the league that we played in, we played with some physical people. Michigan State kind of comes to mind with the bigs that they have inside that can score, and then also the guys surrounding them that can knock down outside shots and then also drive the ball. So, but every team's different, and everyone has their own kind of spin on some things. So, we're just looking forward to a good game, and it's obviously going to be very physical. So.
Yeah, I think the physicality is like a Michigan State. They similar plays a little bit, and they run the floor, transition, and also rebound the ball real well. So we're gonna try to play them like a Michigan State, box out and just play our style of basketball.
Right here.
Greg Hansen, Arizona Daily Star. Deshaun, have you seen virtually every defense in the world this year? Could you describe what you've seen?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of defense, multiple defense. A lot of teams, change up 2-3, always collapse on me in the middle, different bodies. But, I just try to run the offense and run it with pace and try to take good shots.
Right here.
Deshaun, Eric Sorensen, ProSpreps.com in Phoenix. Solomon Hill said he's going to be matched up against you most of the game, if not all of the game. Can you just talk about what you've seen on film from him, one of the Arizona's better defenders?
He's a great player. I mean, he's a great offensive player, and he can make shots. He's a mismatch nightmare out there too. At 6'7", long and can play the post, and can shoot the three. He's a great player, and it's going to be a great matchup, and I'm looking forward to see it.
Back row.
Rick Riley, ESPN. The jumper you made against Iowa State and the way you finished it, was that homage to Michael Jordan?
I don't think I'm nearly close enough to being able to put in that same category as him. I know if I wouldn't have made it, I think Deshaun was going to be a little angry at me for not throwing him the ball. So I think that really gave it the extra oomph to really go in.
Did you realize you were doing that, though?
I did not. I was actually talking about that with someone as we were walking over here today. So it just kind of happened, living in the moment, letting it happen. So.
Right here.
Did either of you players see the Ohio State Xavier game in 2007? Do you have any memories of it at all?
Nah, I didn't see that. I know Coach talked about it a little bit, but said it was a great game, but he said one thing: his guys they needed to get ready for that game at the beginning, and that's the only thing he really talked about.
Yeah, it's the same things. Obviously, it was a really good game, and Coach kind of alluded to it a little bit, but not a ton. So.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Did you catch the analogy to Ron Lewis after your shot against Iowa State?
I like to consider myself a student of the game, and I do not know what you were talking about, so I feel kind of bad. I might get in trouble for that with some Ohio State people, but unfortunately not.
Any further questions? Rick?
Deshaun, could you describe how Aaron can be annoying?
Be calm, baby. Be calm.
I don't think he's annoying, really. I mean, because he don't guard me in practice or nothing like that. So he's on my team. So I like to see him get in people's head, and other people think he's annoying. So I don't think he's annoying because he's on my squad and he's out there, on the ball 90% of the time. So I like it.
Do you see him annoying others?
Yeah, I can see he frustrates other point guards a little bit because a lot of point guards, like to force a lot of things. Especially scoring point guards, trying to get their shots off, and Aaron is so into them. I think point guards see that, and I see it too.
Right here.
Curious, when you look at Mark Lyons, what he's able to do and what you might try to take away, assuming you're guarding him.
It always gets tougher the further you go in the tournament. You play against great. As a defender, you always want to try to take away, their go-to or whatever it is. And when you play great players, they have more than one. And I think he's definitely one of those players. He can score in a variety of ways and can get his shot off, which is always very tough. So as much as we try to make it a one-on-one matchup type thing, it's all about our team and how we can kind of get in gaps, show him bodies, and hopefully take away some lanes that he drives in usually, and make him make some tougher shots, and hopefully that'll be enough.
Any more questions?
For laughs, do you ever go on Twitter or blogs and chat rooms and see what they're saying about you? And if so, what do you enjoy?
I actually don't have a Twitter, so I like to avoid all that. And, it's either way too good or way too bad, so you don't really need to read either of them. Some guys bring up some things every now and again from Twitter and show me the ones that are funny, or guys send me ones. There was a Chuck Norris one the other day that was pretty funny from a former teammate. But other than that, it's... I believe it said that I would kick Chuck Norris's butt and then he would shave his head to look more like me. And I thought that was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty good. Gave me a good laugh. So.